Welcome to Tea Time with Miss Liz. That's right, it's tea time. And today in the studio, I am joined with Simone Claxton from Trinidad and Tobago. That's right, I'm coming from all over the place for tea time. So I'm going to introduce Simone with a little bit of her bio. And then if you want to check out Simone's bio, please check out Miss Liz's Tea Times page, because I want to really get into it because she has incredible things to bring up, and we have to get right on the go and kind of get this movement out there. So Mrs. Simone Claxton is an MSc BSc honorer, is a tourist business development consultant and owner of Simone Claxton Destination Management and consultancy, which specializes in tourism and business consultancy. She graduated from Sheffeld Hallam University. If I'm saying anything wrong, I'm really sorry, Simone. From England in 2008 with an MSc in International Hospitality and Tourism Management distinction, and is also the holder of a BSc honor, International Tourism Management. During her studies, she conducted research and produced two of these. The first on sustainable tourism certification in Tobago, and other on destination management in St. Kitts. She returned home in July 2010 after living and working within the United Kingdom for 8 years, and is also a certified British traveler agent, ABTAC, with over 5 years experience working as a travel agent consultant with the UK. She has also processed an event management certificate from the Ministry of Community Development, soap and candle making, and grow box agriculture in Trinidad, which attests to her versatility and broad knowledge base, which she will be sharing about with the Sapphire Miriam Foundation and the amazing programs that they have going on. Simone Claxton Destination Management and Consultancy is a multi-visional business providing event management services, business management, training and services, educational school tours, as well as tourism and hospitality consultancy. Delivering a product that is quality and customer-oriented is Mrs. Claxton's priority. She has done entrepreneurship business plan training for the NEDCO in 2013-2014, and also worked as an entrepreneur tutor for the YTEPP for 3 cycles from 2016 to 2017. Now I'm going to skip a little bit in her bio because her bio is really long, but you can check out her bio. She's an amazing woman. I had the opportunity of working with her with the I Dream Big event that she is doing this month as well. But a little bit more about Simone Claxton. She is the CEO and founder of the Sapphire Miriam Foundation, and she's going to share a little bit on what that foundation is and why it got the name that it has. So I just want to get right into our tea time, Simone, and just share how it all started, how it all began. And I am honored to have you on stage because you're an incredible lady. So
thank you.
Welcome to Tea Time, and let's learn how, what, where, and why you're doing what you're doing today.
Right. Thanks very much, Liz. Good night. Pleasant good night to everyone. It really is indeed a privilege to be on such a unique platform, Tea Time. I really thank you for the opportunity to be here tonight. Well, as Liz said, introduced me, I'm Simone Claxton from the Trinidad Republic of Trinidad and Tobago in the Caribbean. Right. So the Sapphire Miriam Foundation, it's named after my daughter, who is my inspiration. She's just turned 11. Her name is Sapphire Miriam. And the organization was birthed out of a sort of strange experience. It was never really my intention, to have a non-profit organization. It was not intentional. It came about one day while I was working at a social welfare department office in South Trinidad. And whilst there, there was a baby crying, and it kind of piqued my curiosity, and I started to wonder, well, what's happening? and I peeped into one of the officers' booths and saw there was a young mother, and she had a newborn baby on her shoulder, and there was another, maybe about a year and a half, which was around the same age of my daughter at the time, a young toddler toddling around, and I believe the baby was hungry, why, she was crying like that. So I was like, okay. And then I saw another child, same age as the one who was, walking around. So then I realized that it was twins. And so I said, okay, well, approximately 1.5-year-old twins, and then a newborn baby. And I don't know, something hit me. I was the mother of one, and I thought I was having a hard time, and my life was so bad, and I was going through hell, and it was so tough. I couldn't even imagine what someone with three babies was going through, and I think it just hit me, and I just broke down, and my coworkers were like, "What's happening? What's happening?" They were a bit confused. I believe I was as well, and after that, I started to think, well, there must be something I can do, to help other mothers, other young mothers, other single mothers who really need that help. I started to look into, how, what organizations there were that could possibly offer support. Actually, I discovered afterwards that the lady had another baby at home, well, a toddler, 4 years. It's like a toddler. You can't do much for yourself at that age. So it was like four very, young children. So hence the organization started forming, informally for a few months, and then I officially decided to, incorporate the organization under the laws of Trinidad and Tobago as a non-profit organization. So that was approximately almost 10 years ago now, that the organization was birthed, and that was the main experience, And I think once I became sensitive to that type of situation, I started noticing a lot more situations that really needed addressing, and a lot of other women that needed help, and other youths that needed that, attention. So that's basically how, it wasn't intentional, but I believe that this was God's plan, and everything, happens for a reason. It doesn't just happen, by chance. And I believe I'm in this situation, for a reason, doing what I do. So it's very rewarding, I really enjoy, empowering others and giving others that opportunity for hope, to know that, things can get better. The organization basically is founded, on the principle of empowerment through education and entrepreneurship. And we aim to educate, not just, it's not just academically, but, holistic education, just generally in life, being able to function, to being able to relate to persons, communicate, financial, knowledge, etc.
So you said that the foundation's been running for 10 years now?
Yes, almost 10 years, yeah.
So with this foundation, are you like looking for sponsorship, partnerships? Are you looking for donations?
Yes, well, because the foundation is a non-profit organization, we don't have it's been running off of, I would say, the goodwill of the one or two persons who've been involved, and myself. Things have really taken off over the past maybe 5 years or so, 4 years. Things have started to come on board a bit more, where we start to get like some corporate sponsorship, you know. But it's project based in the sense that we do not have like operational funding on a day-to-day basis. So I do what I do out of the love of my heart. I don't do it because, I get a salary every day to go to work. So we don't have any operational funding. So basically, if we have a project, for example, like the Girls Empowerment Program, we would write off to various organizations, corporate as well as, government organizations, in order to get, that sponsorship, and partner with other persons who have that love and passion, for youth and for empowerment. So yes, we are looking for persons to partner with us, persons who have, maybe skills or finances. It doesn't necessarily mean partnering in only a financial aspect, but yes, that is a very important aspect of it, because without the finances, we can't do, what
Yeah.
we intend to do. For example, the girls program we're running at the moment, we are still waiting on sponsorship to come in for that program. It's running. We had a small donation, which we're very thankful for, from the Severan family. at the moment, and that has allowed us to go like live because obviously platforms and technologies they have a cost, etc. So that has enabled us to start, but we have to prepare various packages for the girls. We want to do soap making, etc. Provide them a T-shirt. We have 200 girls from all over the Caribbean, 9 countries. We have one girl from St. Kitts, so kind of makes it 10 nations. And yeah, so we do need that, collaboration, partnership, funding, sponsorship. Yeah.
Yeah, because I believe the program that I was part of with the launch was I Dream Big. That's happening all this month, or is that happening throughout the whole year?
Yeah, it's happening throughout the year. So we launched
Okay.
on the 8th of May. We launched on
Okay.
the 8th of May, where we were privileged to have you, speak at that launch list. And last session, or last Saturday gone, we did a session with the girls. So after that was all about the girls. We did self-esteem, self-confidence. We spoke about values, and we did a mental health segment as well. Because as you know, mental health is so important now, especially with what's going on with the COVID and lockdown. Especially for youths, they're not able to go to school, to mix with their friends, all these restrictions, etc. So we just kind of wanted to get them at ease and to settle themselves. So we did a mental health segment, and we went straight into self-esteem and self-confidence and values, which basically are the foundation to let them know their value, that they're worthy, that they're worth something. Let them set their standards high in life and not to settle for for less. Set their boundaries and know their value and their worth. So we'll be moving on this Saturday, doing diet and nutrition. We have a specialist in that field from St. Lucia, Italia. She'll be dealing with that. And we will also be doing a beauty segment as well, where they'll be learning just basic beauty tips, to cleanse, tone, moisturize, and basic makeup, tips. So,
Yeah, I found the video that you had sent me, and I'm going to bring that into our stream, and that so that people can understand a little bit more about the
sure.
Sapphire Miriam Foundation
Maria
and what
Foundation,
you
yeah.
all the different countries that are involved as well.
Yes.
So I'm going to bring that in. So we're just going to slide us to the side so we can enjoy a couple sips of our tea,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm going to play that so all the viewers out there can see a little bit more about what the foundation is about. So I'm just going to bring that in, and then we can
Oh,
join
thanks very much.
over and enjoy our cup of tea here. I'm going to get the audio.
I'm having some lemongrass and peppermint from on my garden.
Yeah, and
Peppermint.
I'm drinking peppermint tea too because I wanted the peppermint and lemongrass, and I was like, oh, I don't have any lemongrass.
Yeah. I specifically picked some for tonight.
So I'm just gonna bring that in so all the viewers out there can. And if you have any questions at all, leave them in the comments, and we will get the questions answered. And if you are watching a replay after this, you can watch these tea times afterwards as well on a replay, and you can watch them on the YouTube channel after at any time after. So if you need to make a donation or you would like to get involved with the Sapphire Miriam Foundation, you can get involved at all times. So I'm going to bring that video in. It's going to slide us to the side, and we're going to enjoy a couple sips of tea while everyone can
So,
hear a little bit more about what the Sapphire Miriam Foundation is about.
My name is Simone Claxton, and I'm president and founder of the Sapphire Miriam Foundation, a non-profit organization incorporated under the non-profit laws of Trinidad and Tobago. This organization was founded approximately 10 years ago with the aim of empowering single mothers and youths through entrepreneurship and education. The project entails 200 girls from 9 Caribbean territories: Dominica, St. Lucia, Turks and Caicos, Grenada, St. Vincent, Haiti, Suriname, Guyana, and of course, Trinidad and Tobago. The Dream Big program concept follows the Safe Spaces model, which has been adapted from Girl-Centered Program Design, a toolkit to develop, strengthen, and expand adolescent girl programs by the Population Council Incorporated. The Safe Spaces model includes a safe space where girls can physically gather. Obviously now it's a virtual safe space. It includes making friends, creating that space where a group of girls can create that bond and friendship and sisterhood, and also mentors, a forum where girls can be mentored by women slightly older than themselves. Our collaborators in the various islands are: in Dominica, we have Circle of Friends and also Hope Foundation. In St. Lucia, we have the Agriculture Alliance of the Caribbean and Sunspot. In Suriname, we have the CETA Foundation. In Guyana, the Empire Plus Network. In Haiti, we have the Crick Crack Computer Project. In Turks and Caicos, we have the Amani Youth Foundation. And of course, in Trinidad, the Sapphire Miriam Foundation. At the launch, we've been privileged to have many special guest speakers. We had Ms. Giselle Allen Clement, who is the lead empowerment speaker, vision coach, and mentor through her consultancy, Pearls of Great Price Empowerment Services, which is a consultancy developed for women. We've been privileged to be graced by the presence of Ms. Isle Robinson Cooper, who is a Program Officer, Social Inclusion and Social Policy at United Nations Development Program, Trinidad and Tobago. She's also the gender focal point in the UNDP TT office with responsibility for Curacao. We were again graced with the presence of another special young lady, Commissioner Nicole Cole, who's the Executive Director of Empire Plus NGO in Guyana. Empire Plus is a network for people living with and affected by HIV and AIDS. It is a community of positive women and girls in Guyana that advocate for the rights of all women and girls. All the way from Canada, we had Miss Elizabeth Gagnon, and she's a published, best-selling international co-author, keynote speaker, founder and creator of Miss Liz Teatime and Parties. She's a Global Peace Challenge 2020 Ambassador for Canada, former International Secretary, Human Rights and Social Justice Federation, amongst many, many other titles. And she will be hosting a tea time party with the girls in July's session. Despite it being an event mainly for girls and women, we cannot forget the men. And we were graced with the presence of Mr. Damian Marcus Williams, who is an author, passionate keynote speaker, preacher, human and community development practitioner who is committed to the empowerment of individuals and entire communities. And he is at this moment in Jamaica. During the next 7 consecutive Saturdays, and following in on one Saturday per month till the end of the year, we'll be covering various topics. First of all, self-esteem, confidence, and values. One of the main topics would be entrepreneurship, financial management, puberty and hygiene, diet and nutrition. Soap making would bring an added flavor to the mix, where the girls can actually get to physically make soaps. That will also be part of the entrepreneurial training as well. Goals and of course SMART goals and leadership would be an integral part of the program, as well as robotics. Judging from the feedback of the girls at the end of the launch, they seem to be highly anticipating being more confident and also learning about entrepreneurship so they can open their own business, and they also have dreams to travel the world. We especially want to thank the Siberan family for their donation that made it possible for us to go virtual. We would like to admonish and reach out to corporate TNT and any concerned citizen who would like to support this project. We'd like to ask you to visit sapphiremiriamfoundation.org. That's SAPPHIREMIRIAM foundation.org, where you can get our bank details at the bottom of the page in order to make your contribution to this worthy event. Feel free to contact us via email at sapphiremfoundationtt@gmail.com if you have any queries or questions.
And there you go. There's a little bit more on what this amazing woman is doing. I want to get into the backstory of why you want to empower young ladies and young girls, Simone, because there's always a backstory of why we do what we do, right? So I'd like to hear on that backstory.
Why? Well, it's like you've been given something that some may not have the privilege to get, so you'd like to share. That's basically the story, because I think when you're in a situation, you know how it feels. So you empathetic towards persons who are also in that situation. And I think that is what the backstory is, you know, being the single mother at the time of a young baby. I think I really felt how other persons would have felt in that situation. And it was hard for me. I knew how it felt, and I didn't want others to have that, you know, that same feeling, or didn't have that hope, you know. So I wanted to sort of give others that hope that, you know, it's going to get better, basically, and also to give the children a chance, because you know, in single parent homes mainly, I mean, it happens otherwise as well, but you know, sometimes you're so caught up with providing and doing everything, because you know everything lies on you, in that the children could get left, you know, left aside, you know, not for on purpose, but you know, or intentionally, but unintentionally. So you want to be able to take some of that strain off of, you know, some of the mothers, and give the children a chance to become empowered, to get a solid, you know, foundation. Um, I mean, I know I do it because I know how you know important a solid foundation is, education wise, especially because you know, as I said, I have to thank my mom for making that sacrifice to ensure that I got a solid, you know, educational background, and from that on, you know, the sky is the limit. Once you get that foundation, you can reach, you know, to any heights that you really want to. Um, you know, so that's basically the backstory behind why you know I wanted to do that.
Well, I think it's really, really incredible. Like when I was at the launch, all those young girls and hearing them who they want to be and what they want to
Yeah,
do. If you check out Simone's YouTube channel, you can hear some of these amazing girls share what they want to do with their lives and
yeah,
that, and how this program is empowering them and why they're taking part. Because she has updated all of the videos from that launch date of I Dream Big, so you can subscribe to that channel as well. You can reach out to her through the email. You
yeah,
can
yeah,
reach out to her. I believe you're on Instagram and
yes.
you have a Facebook page,
Yeah,
right?
Instagram, Facebook, yeah, on our email, through our website as well. And I must thank Ricardo Mitchell, our branding and marketing manager, for he's a director within the foundation, for his production. He's been the one, you know, producing all the media videos and uploading and managing, you know, the social media and YouTube and everything. He's been doing a wonderful, wonderful job. So, you know, it's really important, you know, to thank him about that. Yeah.
So I did find your Instagram and I did find your
Yes.
Facebook page. So I have put that
Great.
into our
Yeah.
tea time. So
Yeah.
when you are watching a tea time, it is all there. I try to put in as much information as I can
Yeah.
so that the viewers can reach out
Yeah.
to you, right?
Yeah. And
Uh,
I just want to say, I think it's so much, the story behind it really is, it's so important to empower young girls so that they don't fall prey or victims, you know, to certain domestic situations. I think that's the whole thing behind it. You want to be able to have choices in life. And I think if you're not empowered, if you're not educated, you don't have choices. And therefore you fall prey and victim, and you have to settle, you know, for any type of circumstance. And that's the reason behind it, basically. So that young girls would be empowered, a woman would be empowered, and they would have a choice. They wouldn't have to settle for abuse, you know, being in an abusive situation, you know. So um, that's, yeah.
I really love that you're bringing that awareness because there is so much abuse, right?
Yes,
And domestic violence. And by keeping our young girls empowered and showing them that they can be strong women and continue on, it really is empowering. And that's what I got from when you showed me your foundation, and that is that,
yeah,
you know, girls have a chance
yes,
and they can dream big. And when we talked privately over the last few months,
mhm,
is I got from you that you're a very strong woman, but you've been through a lot in your life as well, and you've
yeah,
overcome. And you're
yeah,
showing and you're setting an example for all of these girls out there that you can do it no matter how
yes,
hard it is. You can
yes.
do it, right?
Yeah, you
So
can do it. There's nothing to stop you. It's all in your mind. And once you make your mind up that I can do it, there's nothing to stop you. You know, you just have to
exactly,
be persistent. You know, that's my favorite word, a word that describes me, and it's persistence. Because if I had not persisted, I would not have gotten to where, because over the past 10 years with this organization, it has been no bed of roses, especially in the beginning, even now still, yes, you have persons coming on board, corporate organizations to partner and to sponsor, but it's always a fight. It's always a push. You always have to be reaching out, there, and you have to be persistent, and you have to be knocking, and you have to be calling, and it's always, a fight. You have to be persistent. And I believe in anything, with anything in life that you want, you have to be persistent. You have to go after it. And, you have to tell yourself that I can do it. There's nothing that's going to stop me. And that is what I want to, to impart, to the girls. And I mean, I must say thanks for over the past couple of years. We've had the support for the past 2 years from JMMB Bank, the Jamaican-based bank, which is in Trinidad and in the Dominican Republic as well. And they've been really partners really with us, and they're coming on board. Just waiting, for them to come on board as well this year. They're getting on board at the moment. We've had support over the past couple of years as well with our projects from the Unitrust Corporation. Last year we had support from the Agricultural Development Bank. So, it's coming together. It's coming together.
Well, you're doing well. You're doing well, because I am blown away by how many were there on launch day, and to have all those different countries coming together to empower one another, and you're making friendships as well, because the girls are connecting afterwards, and they're making a friendship from a different country, right? So it's really, really, truly empowering that they can all come together and make a friendship, especially during this time, right?
This time, yes. It's a great team that we're collaborating with, and it sort of happened accidentally because the program was supposed to be just in Trinidad for 20 girls in my village here. And then with the onset of COVID, it has posed the challenge of the venue closing, and I just had to improvise. And okay, we're going virtual, but simultaneously, one of the collaborators, Beverly in Dominica, she saw the flyer and she was like, "Oh, I'm interested. We could do with this program here. The girls are gonna benefit." And with that nod, it's sort of like opened up that doorway. So from there, we had Turks and Caicos interested. We had Guyana interested. St. Lucia came on board. Haiti came on board. Suriname. So it was just one after the next. It really. And then before we knew it, it was 200 girls. And like, oh my gosh, how on earth am I going to fund this?
But with God's grace, you will. It will happen, because and any of the viewers that are out there watching the replay, if you would like to help with these programs, please reach out to Simone. She is an amazing person to talk to. She's very easy to talk to, and very, very inspiring. Like, you inspire me, Simone. Like, I watch what you're doing with these girls, and I'm just like, wow, way to go.
Thank you.
And if you don't try, you don't know, right? And that's one thing that I really want everyone out there who is watching. If you don't try, you don't know. And we all have a dream, and no matter what your dream is, just go for it. Try it.
Let's go for
it. If you fail, you fail, but you tried, right? So now that we're on tea time, Simone, I'm going to bring it around, and I'm going to ask you, what does tea mean to Simone?
Tea, a moment of relaxation, peace, and comfort, serenity, just that me time, I guess, Yeah.
That's cool. Okay, now if I give you the letters TEA, I need a word for each letter. What words would come to mind for you?
Tenacity, energetic, and aspiring.
Oh, I like that. I haven't gotten those words yet. I really like that. And that's what I mean. Each tea time is different. Each guest gives me a different answer. It's like yesterday's tea. It was togetherness and empathy and awareness. So each tea is different. And that's what I like about tea time is it's like our cup of tea. Each cup is different. No matter whether you drink the same tea or not, it is always different. And that's what tea time is about. It's to make a difference through your cups. Tea time has nothing to really do with a cup of tea, because you're the vessel, you're the cup, and your story is that tea. And that's what Tea Time is about. And this is why we bring and make a difference together, because we come together and we bring awareness to amazing services like yours, Simone, that nobody knows about, because nobody is paying attention to the little guy, to the everyday person who wants to make a difference.
Yes.
And that's what Tea Time is about. It's to get awareness out there that everyday people are making and doing incredible things in the world too. And this is what this platform is for. It's for you to have your story shared, to have your foundation shared, and so that people can reach out. And maybe next year you can empower 400 women and children, you know what I mean? And then 600 in the next year.
Wow.
But by just having a voice and having that space to share, we open a door, right? So I know that you will get the funding, and I know that people will reach out to you, because they will see the incredible work that you are doing for all of these young girls. And like I said, check out her YouTube channel, because the YouTube channel has all the information, and you will hear empowering voices of young girls who have been inspired because of what Simone is doing for them. I listened to the video of some of the girls sharing, and I could hear it in their voices, the excitement and what they're going to get from this program and these projects. And on top of that, we're going to have an amazing tea time in July with the Sapphire Miriam Foundation. And we're just going to inspire girls, because we want girls to see how strong they are with their cups of tea. And I'm kind of curious to see how the girls are going to shine their cups, and how they're going to create their magic and their dreams through a cup of tea. Because I have a lot of surprises for these young ladies, and I'm going to dig deep, and I'm going to get them to share their teas, and we're going to do something different with Tea Time in July. I'm looking at empowering and getting these girls seen. If some of these young ladies would like to be heard, or would like to be speakers, or to empower other young girls out there, we can open a door for them during that tea time. And what we're going to do is we're going to show girls that no matter how crazy you think your dream is never too crazy to do it. You're going to be able to dream big, be big, and go big, because I don't do anything small. I only do big. And that's why I really liked when you had me as a speaker for I Dream Big, because I was like, yeah, that's me. I'm the big girl. I like to dream big. I'm that lady that had a dream to make a difference with the world with a cup of tea, a simple cup of tea. And that's what we're doing. We're making a difference. And I made a friend. I have a friend now that I never had before. And I actually met Simone, I believe, with the Beautiful Survivors event.
With Kareem.
With Loney, right?
With Kareem.
Oh, with Kareem. And Kareem is an amazing young boy. I believe in that boy so much. Oh my goodness. Yeah. He's like my little adopted son. Like, I'm like the mother hen. I'm always looking out for him.
Speaks so well of you, you know. Young man, you know.
He is. He truly is an amazing young man. He's actually in the studio, and he had left a message, and he said very detailed and organized. So I had brought that up. But he's an amazing young man. And I really believe that he's going to open him many, many doors as well. I actually had him on Tea Time last year, but I think I'm going to bring him back this year and get him to share all the stuff he's done since last year. He has done so much in the year.
He's been getting a lot done, you know. So
truly, truly amazing. So is there anything that you, and he has just left a message, so I'm going to bring that up. So he's like, you two are amazing.
Thanks, Kareem.
So it is truly, truly amazing. And what I've done with Tea Time now is I am streaming to not only just one place, I'm streaming to 8 different locations. So you will see messages come up from different areas during my Tea Time now. You'll see them coming from YouTube. You'll see them coming from LinkedIn. I'm even reaching out to the Twitch audience, because I want the young generation to know that there are incredible things
Yeah.
out there, and they can make incredible differences too.
Yeah.
So I'm reaching out and I'm knocking on all doors. So Simone, I
Yes,
would
Liz.
like to ask you, if you could change anything right now in the world, everything that is going on, what would you like to change?
Um, I think hunger is the first thing that comes to mind, that United Nations goal of zero hunger. I think that's the first thing. And, abuse of women. I think I really have to put that one in, you know, would be my real priorities, yeah, in changing the way that women are treated. Um, and obviously, as I say, hunger comes to mind because it encapsulates everybody, because we all need, to eat. So, yeah.
Yeah, there is so much in the world that needs to be changed,
Yeah,
and this
there's
is
so,
why I asked you, because each guest has something that they want to
mm,
change in the world, right?
yeah.
And I like that people are not saying COVID.
Oh,
I like
no.
that people are not saying COVID, because
It's
COVID
bigger.
it is so mixed message right now that I am
Yeah.
happy that people are saying that the other things need eyes on them
Oh,
and
yes.
they need changes, because
Yes.
COVID has blinded the world
Yes.
of what else is going on.
Yeah. It's a big
There are
distraction. A
exactly.
big distraction, and there's bigger things than COVID, and I think it's a big distraction, and it's it's tearing people more apart than bringing people closer together, which is what's supposed to be the main motive of people coming together more. But COVID is separating, social distancing, families can't associate as they should, it really is more damaging than but I mean, there's bigger issues. I think we need to focus more on collaborating and getting things done. There's people who don't have to eat. There's people who are being abused every day. So we have to focus on some of those issues. Educating children so that they can have a future. They can have a chance at earning a living and surviving.
Exactly. And I like that my guests are saying these things, because it's not me saying it. It's my guests saying it, and
Yeah,
they're seeing it, and you're seeing it, that there's other things that need to be focused on as well. We're not saying to avoid COVID and that. We're just saying that there are other things that need
yeah,
eyes on too. So
yeah, sure.
so
Okay.
any final words before we close up this tea time?
No, I'm just really glad to be here. It's a wonderful opportunity. I'm glad that we've met. I really want to thank you for being part of the launch for the Dream Big program. And I just, I want to be able to continue pressing on with my team. I have a really lovely team at the moment from all over the Caribbean. And I really want to thank them for, their support. And let's just keep pressing on. And as you said, maybe, another time we'll have 400 girls and 600, and the numbers will keep maybe stretching, towards if it's Europe or Africa or, North America, etc., South America, and we'll be stretching towards the globe, rather than just in the Caribbean region. So, yeah, thank you very much, Liz. I really appreciate being here. Feel free, for your supporters to reach out on email, Sapphire Foundation TT at gmail.com. Reach out to us on our website. We have all the information there. They could send us a message or, place there's a donate page as well. They can, put their donation in, etc. and support us. Feel free to contact us. Thanks, Liz.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And thank you to all the viewers out there who are paying attention and who are watching Tea Time. I want you all to understand that Tea Time is not going anywhere. We're only going to get bigger. And we're going to open more doors, because that's what Miss Liz does. Miss Liz opens doors, and I only have a simple cup of tea. And I'm going to make a difference together with you out there. So if you're watching the replay, make sure to check out this tea time. Make sure to subscribe to Simone's channel for the Sapphire Miriam Foundation,
Yeah.
and check out Miss Liz's Tea Time channel, because you can see all the tea times there. Because once these tea times are done, I upload them so that they can be shared and they can be viewed at any time. From a year from now, from 5 years from now, you will see this tea time. It is there. These tea times are not for me. These tea times are for my guest, so that they can get the awareness that they need. I am only the lady that holds the pot. these guys hold the cup. So with that, I will see you next week with a new tea time. And I'm not sharing who my next guest is because I want to keep you guys engaged so that you will tune in for the next tea time. So there will be different guests coming this year. I will be having celebrities on. I will be having different foundations on, different everyday people on, authors, singers, you name it, they're coming. I have a full book full of tea time guests that are coming. And I will be bringing awareness for mental health, for abuse, for grief, for humanity. So that is my goal this year. So if you would like to be on Tea Time, contact me, Miss Liz, at bookingmissliz@gmail.com, or check out my Facebook page. And be sure to check out Simone because she's an amazing girl. And I am honored to have you on my stage. So thank you so much. And I will see you guys next week for a new tea time. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
And we will make a difference one cup of tea at a time.
Thank you.